Hello to all my lovely subscribers. I would like to take this opportunity to remind you all that the yearly readings for 2022 are out. I have posted those and they are available for you to book your own personalised yearly reading via my website. Please note that this offer is only available till January 31, 2022. So it's a limited time offer. So if you're interested, make sure that you book your yearly reading before that offer expires so that you don't miss out. Hello, my lovely Aries. Welcome to your November 2021 reading. Hope this reading finds you well. This is a general reading, Aries. It's a reading for Aries sun, rising and moon sign. If you would like to book a private reading, you can follow the link below to my website and book a private reading from there. Also available, just a reminder in case you missed the introduction, my yearly readings are out for 2022. If you would like a personalised yearly reading, it's a limited time offer. It is available till the end of January 2022. So if you're wanting a yearly reading, a yearly projection for 2022, make sure you get in and book that reading before the offer expires. Thank you for liking, sharing, commenting on my channel. I really appreciate your support. If you like this video, would like to give me a thumbs up, I'd appreciate that because it helps to get my channel out there and ultimately allows me to bring more of these videos to you. So let's get on with your reading. Aries, I've been contemplating on your energy and I have got some channeled messages for you to start with, and I feel that November for you is going to be I'm hearing it's going to be a month of truths. It's going to be a month of, and you know, we are great, we are masters at self-deception. We are masters at not looking at what we don't want to see. This is a month for you to uncover your truth. Your truth. It's not that somebody else, I don't feel like it's coming from an outside source. This is within you. What's holding you back? What are you not looking at? What cycles are you repeating? It's about going on that internal journey. Not going on that journey for a particular outcome, just going on that inner journey and see where it leads you. See what comes to the surface. See what changes you are motivated to make in your life and around you. That's going to be very important. Allow yourself to get lost in thought. See the interconnectedness of the past, the present, and what is going to evolve for you in the future. See the correlation in that. What challenges have you faced in the past? How has that changed you and prepared you for your present, for the now, for what you're facing now? What have you learnt? What skills, what knowledge, what wisdom have you gained from the adversities of the past? It's all connected. So that's your channeled message. Let's see what is there for you. I'm going to draw a card from my Archetypes deck to see what energy we're working with in November, my lovely Aries. So can I have a card please for Aries? What energy are we working in? Oh, there we go. So let's have a look at here what we've got. That's interesting. You have the forest. You have the forest. The forest speaks to you of, you know, you think of a forest, you've got all the tree trunks, and then you've got the canopy at the top that is connected. The forest represents, as children, it represents magic, fairies, the mythical. It also represents fear. You know, think of Hansel and Gretel and think of, you know, being lost in the forest and how that was represented as well. So there's all manner of emotions that are in a forest. You can walk into a forest seeing the path, but as you get deeper into the forest, the path disappears, and it's about you just wandering through the forest to get to the other side, facing your fears, facing your joys, facing everything that the forest represents for you, to get to the other side, to get out of the forest. And it can be fear of, I want to say bears. What do bears mean to you? What does that represent? The fear of coming up against these wild animals, the fear, and that's the fear of facing your shadow. What's there for you to discover about yourself? The forest offers you that opportunity. As dark as the forest is, look at the rainbow of colours at the top as you emerge, changed. You're growing in that difficulty, in really delving deep. So that is really a representation of November. It's about you going on a journey. It's about you going on a journey to discover about yourself so that you can progress. That's interesting because that's a lot to do with my channeled message. I'm going to draw a card from the Mystical Oracle deck. Let's see what card I get. Can I have a card for Aries, please? Can I have a card for Aries to see? Thank you. There it is. Okay. What have we got? The Smoky Mirror. That's interesting, isn't it? The Smoky Mirror. I want to read that for you. Before I read it, let's think about the smoky mirror. What is a smoky mirror? When you've got a clear mirror, you can see the clear vision. You can see the clear reflection of the self. If the mirror is smoky or it's dirty or it's old, the image that is reflected back at you isn't so clear. It's about really working it out. It's about really trying to see the clarity, trying to see the reflection, trying to understand that reflection. Let me read what is in this for you. I'll get my glasses and I'll hold the card up for you so that you can see what it is. They're lovely cards. Understanding the shadow of the human journey requires that you go deep into your story to discover the wound that prevents you from seeing the truth of your current situation. Your fears and expectations of disappointment and unworthiness may be clouding your capacity to see the potential in yourself and others. The smoky mirror may be showing you things you don't want as a result of your conditioning. These can become even more real, but only because you are making it so. The choice is yours. The world will hold you accountable for what you see and create. That is, that translated means we create our own reality through our thought processes. So within, as within, so is without. Can you see through the eyes of truth and faith instead? And that's a little bit like speaks a lot of walking through a forest, doesn't it? It speaks a lot of walking through that forest and trusting your navigation, trusting what you see, working through your fears so that you get to the other side. So that's November is really about discover. It's not something to be feared. It's an opportunity to discover something about yourself, your truth. What journey do you want to be on? Where do you want to go? What do you want to do with your life? It's a reassessment. It's a time to evaluate. So that can be very, very positive. I'm going to create the Celtic cross for you and see in more detail, thank you, what is in store for you in the month of November. So can I have a card? They're really throwing those cards out, aren't they? Wow. Okay. They're really wanting to get some message across to you, my lovely Aries. Let's have a look at what they're jumping out at me. Whoa. Okay, so it's an exciting time for you. It's an exciting time, my lovely Aries. Can I have some cards for Aries, please? What's happening in November for Aries? What's happening in November for Aries? Can I have a card, please? Let's create this Celtic cross for Aries. Whoa. Okay, let's have a look at what we've got here. Right. Quite a few. So I'm going to sit those over here and we'll have a look at those, because they've certainly come out for you. So have a look at those. Let's go with the Celtic cross. I feel that coming into November, Aries, things are going to happen very quickly for you. Opportunities are going to be there. Things are going to come about quickly. Change is going to come about quickly. Are you ready for that change? Are you ready to grab those opportunities with both hands? It's so important that you work with your fears and with your doubts and with your dreams and with your ambitions. That's all in that mixing pot of what's coming up for you in November, so that you know what choices to make, you know what direction you want to move in. It's about feeling passionate about what you're pursuing. November represents the Chariot, and the Chariot is about you taking charge. Now, you grasping these opportunities, you moving ahead, how quickly you move ahead, This demonstrates speed. It's speed, things happening quickly. How quickly that happens for you is going to be how much you embrace the process. The more you embrace it, the more you go with it, regardless of how you're feeling about it. Go with it, to explore the self, then things will unfold quickly for you. So you're in control here, and you've got two lions here. You've got the conscious self here and the subconscious, and you're bringing those into alignment. The duality that we all have is coming into alignment. Not fearing either one of them, but how you're feeling with your shadow self is going to manifest in your reality, and you've got control on what outcome you achieve with that. And that's very, very early on in November. There's some challenges to overcome, personal challenges, your personal fears, your personal opinions, your personal conditioning. There's those things that are going to come up that are going to take courage to work through. And so it's about you saying, yes, I'm ready to work through that. I want to move on from the blocks that I have, the fears that I have. Why don't I want to start this business? What fear do I have? Why do I have fear of failure rather than seeing it as an opportunity to progress? Why don't I go for that job promotion? Why don't I go for that job interview? What am I fearing? Why do I fear not achieving that? Rather than seeing it as a learning process. So overcoming those things, there's an open door behind you. So it leads to the future. It leads to more opportunities coming your way. Positivity, growth. It's going to seem like your life is falling apart. It's going to seem like things aren't working. If something's not working, it's time to move it on. And it's about part of working with your fears, with your inner, the inner journey that you're going on, Aries. It's about what are you releasing? What are you holding on to that no longer serves you? Attitudes, behaviors, ideas, thoughts, conditioning, people, situations, that job that you're going to that you just dislike. You get up every morning and it's a battle to get up and try and get motivated to get to work. So what are you needing to clear away? This is internal. This is in the position of the subconscious. This is the internal. What's going on within you? What are you needing to clear away? Thank you. I'm going to draw a card. Let's have a look. Let's have a look at that in a little bit more detail, Aries. Can I have a card? What is this cleansing? It's a cleansing, they're telling me here. It's a cleansing. It's interesting because you've got the card of temptation. Don't be tempted to take shortcuts. Don't be tempted to ignore the signs that are there for you. Don't be tempted to collapse into, oh gosh, this is hopeless. I'm just going to wait till this is all over. Don't take shortcuts, they're telling me here. Don't be tempted to take shortcuts. It heightens your sense of intuition. This is the Queen of Cups is about self-nurturing as well as nurturing others, but don't forget to shine that light within. Take care of yourself. Self-nurture. Ease and grace is what is being asked for here. So it's not about charging ahead and making things happen and bringing that change in quickly. Ease and grace. As things come up, deal with them. The changes that are being called for. If it's a change in job, you've had enough of where you're working, ease and grace. Find yourself another position first before you release your bread and butter, the past. Relationships, try and heal the relationship before you make a decision about actually leaving that relationship. So ease and grace in whatever it is, whatever changes you're bringing in, whatever shifts are occurring in you. You're going to reach a point too where your intuition's going to be heightened. You're going to know intuitively what to do. So that's really important. Know when to take time out, know when to stop, know when to take a break, they're telling me here. Know when to do something nice for yourself. Just switch off, go for walks, meditate, do something that you enjoy as well, because in that time you're processing as well. It's going to lead to you, the Knight of Pentacles, it's going to lead to you, the Knight is about moving forward. So the work that you do at the very beginning of November is going to see forward movement on a practical level as we progress through November. So things start to fall into place. There's movement, there's action. It's about time to move. You'll know when it's time to move on your thoughts, on your plans, on your goals that you've worked out. Write them down. There's telling me here journaling, writing a list, a vision board, whatever it is, but have clarity of how you're wanting that forward movement, what you're wanting it to look like, because you've achieved a lot, but it's about what else is there. There's new ideas, new plans, new thoughts that are there for you that you're going to bring into your reality. There's an awakening that comes from this walking through the forest, this looking in the smoky mirror to get that clarity, of vision. You have that clarity of vision as November progresses. So you're going to know what to do with an idea, a thought, a plan that you've got, a relationship you want to progress in. They're telling me here, or a relationship you want to nurture and bring into your life. Some change that you're wanting, to do with imagination, to do with creativity, to do with the heart, to do with something you feel passionate about. You're going to start creating that, bringing in that change. You've got the star, and the star here speaks of, they're up high in the sky. So the star is always about looking at things with a different perspective, having a different perspective on it, a different slant, looking at things differently. So for a lot of you, the situation isn't going to be that much different to what it started off, but you're going to have a different way of looking at it. You're going to have a different perspective on things in your life. It could be I'm hearing here something that you're taking for granted, that you suddenly realise, well, I really value that. I don't want to be too hasty in getting rid of it, or too hasty in moving on from that situation. There's a discovery of, I can tweak it to make myself feel more comfortable in that job, get more satisfaction from the work that I'm doing. Filling your heart's desires simply by looking at things in a different way. What have we got? Come back to the edge. Come back to the edge. That is, come back to the edge. Take chances. Take chances where you feel like you could fall into this over this precipice into this void, but take the chance rather than the feeling like this, comfortable status quo. It's about you stepping to the edge on something, really taking a risk, taking that chance, seizing the opportunity, and you'll be surprised how different your view looks, how differently you feel by taking it. There's an opportunity to take a chance here in November for you that's going to really see results. It brings about a change. It brings about an end to that overthinking. It brings about an end to the difficulties. It brings about an end to difficult times that has caused sleepless nights, that has kept you awake. That's come to a close. So let's not bring the past. See, once you've dealt with this, walked through the forest, cleared up that smoky mirror, done that inner work, it's about leaving those things behind, taking with you what you've learned, taking with you what you've gained, what knowledge, what wisdom, what information, not fearing releasing what no longer serves you. The Tower, releasing it, letting it go. Absolutely, letting it go. You've got the nine of Swords. This leads to, by the end of the month, it leads to a very active dream life, messages from Spirit, a lot of messages coming to you. Sleepless nights, being woken up, or being, when you have an active dream life, you feel restless. So there's a lot of information coming to you. And it's interesting because November is the month of, the veil between the worlds is thin. It's thin. It's All Saints' Day at the beginning of November. And so this connection with Spirit that is calling to you to really look beneath the surface is there because it's going. These are the cards that came out. So let's have a look at these extra cards. You're being offered a passage out of difficulty, Aries. You're being offered a passage to calmer waters. This can also, for some of you, represent a trip or a holiday that you're taking. There's some sort of travel that's coming up. And it can, for some of you, I'm hearing it's travel with business, with work. For some of you, it's a vacation or just a break. To process yourself, to process what's going on within you, to process the changes you're desiring to bring in. But Spirit is working with you, and you're being offered this ease out of difficulties. You've got the Wheel of Fortune, and so by the end of November, the opportunities are going to start flowing. There's opportunities there. It's your turn to shine. I'm hearing if there's a promotion coming up or an interview coming up, don't shy away from it. Go for it, Aries, because you have a very good chance of getting what you're desiring here. Things are going to fall into place. Who's starting a new business, that's going to take off. It's going to do very, very, very well for you. So grab that opportunity. You've got the Knight of Swords, having the courage to take those opportunities, having the courage to go for that promotion, having the courage to start that new business, launch that new product, step out on your own, work for yourself, have the courage to charge ahead with that by the end of November, because that's the work that you've set up, the work that you've done is really going to fall into place. There's going to be a wealth of opportunities coming your way. So it's going to be choices here for you to make. Decisions for you to arrive at. What do you want to do? That can be in the form of a relationship, or it can be work. Who's selling a property to buy something else, do that. By the end of November, it's going to be a very, very good time to do that. It's going to lead to new planning in pursuit of your life's purpose, planning in pursuit of what makes you happy, planning in pursuit of what brings you joy. So that leads to a whole lot of planning, creating your new world, your new environment. You've also got the Ace of Pentacles, a new beginning, coming in December, coming in 2022. I feel like we're moving into 2022. There is things start falling into place. So by clearing those blocks, by clearing that, can you see how, where there's that work at the beginning of November, once you've done that, the floodgates are open. These floodgates of opportunity are open. What's going to come to you is karmic. The Lovers is a karmic card. Karmic connections with new people. If you're seeking a relationship, there is your soulmate there to connect with. Things fall into place. You are creating your new reality. There is a new reality there for you to discover, to create, which is, I like. It's really exciting because I feel like there's a real flow as we get closer to the end of November. It's like where we're in this sort of still, well, the image they're showing me here at the beginning of November, we're in this still sort of part of the river. There's this stillness and this stagnation, and it's time to look at what's going on there. And there's removing the block, removing the logs that are banking up that water, banking up you. Removing those logs, and then the river starts to flow slowly, and by the end of the month you're in the rapids. Things start to happen very, very quickly. They gave me that image, and so it's a pretty vivid one. I can see it so clearly. To remove the logs, to remove the block, it takes effort. You need to work at it, but when you do, you reap the results of the flow, don't you? So there's the image for you for November. Wisdom in play. Our intuition knows more than we do. And that's your Queen of Cups. Your intuition, follow your intuition, follow the inner guidance. Blindfolded. She's blocking out all distractions. And when you're blindfolded, what do? You travel within. You travel within to your inner self, to your inner workings. Following your inner guidance. Your inner guidance and your inner voice is your intuition. Following that. Listening to that inner voice. That's what you're needing to do. Divine abundance. Let's have a look. Can I have a card for Aries, please, on divine abundance? What's going on? Thank you. Okay. Worth. That's interesting, isn't it? You have been worthy to belong to love all along without any need to improve. In fact, you are love itself. And that's about your self-worth. That's about having your self-worth. Having self-worth. You've got another card, so let's have a look at that as well. It's about the self. Again, you see, it's about the self. Are you deserving? Where's your self-worth? Allowing. Radical acceptance says yes to reality in any given moment. So what's needed can come next. So it's about not having resistance, ease and grace, and allowing that energy, that change to sweep through in November. That's a really lovely reading for you, Aries. If you would like to book a private reading with me, you can follow the link below to my website and book a reading from there. Also, don't forget the yearly 2022 personal readings. That's available till the end of January 2022. It's a limited time offer. So if you want that reading, make sure you book in time. Love, light, and blessings to you, my lovely Aries. If you like this video and would like to give me a thumbs up, I'd really appreciate that too.